Bullet testing with Woodman Arms 50 caliber Patriot muzzleloading rifle. William Hovey Smith, 2016. I'm the author of Extreme Muzzleloading, and here we do some interesting shooting with a new muzzleloading rifle that is made in the U.S.
This is Hovey Smith, the Backyard Sportsman, and we're going to continue working with our Patriot rifle here from Woodman Arms, and we're going to be shooting a variety of bullets today. And the issue I'm going to investigate is, will these bullets with the same powder charge all shoot to about 6 inches at 50 yards? I rather suspect they will, but we're going to find that out. Now, this is valuable information to know. For example, we muzzleloading hunters carry around a lot of crap, and it is awful easy to lose some of it or forget to get it, forget to take it out in the woods with you. So there you are, off to some far distant place, and the canoe turns over and all your bullets go to the bottom of the lake. It's 200 feet deep. Well, what do? Well, obviously you borrow bullets from somebody else. And hopefully you will continue to hunt with them and be able to kill with them with the same sighting in that you originally did with your own. Will this work? Well, that's exactly what we're going to investigate. Now, when we sighted in at 25 and 50 yards, we did so with these 295 grain bullets, and there's a previous video about that. We didn't fire many shots, just 4. But our sight base loosened, and we've since reattached that and actually cemented these screws in, so we shouldn't be bothered with that one again. Now, Power Belt also makes a 223 grain bullet of exactly the same construction. Other bullets we're going to use is a Saboted Bullet from Thompson Center Arms, which is 250 grains. From Traditions, this is a 300 grain bullet, and it is a hollow-based bullet, like the old Civil War mini balls. The interior of this bullet is lead, but it's copper-plated, and it has this hollow base, so it'll grab the rifling and expand. Interesting concept. These bullets are from Harvester, called the Scorpion. These are solid copper bullets. These have a ribbed sabot and are much easier to load than these non-ribbed sabots. So these are also interesting bullets, and this one happens to be 260 grains. Then we have another solid copper bullet. This is a Beast Buster by Mawkesbury, I think made by Barnes actually. And these have a very deep hollow point indeed, and a very effective bullets. And this particular one also happens to be 250 grains, but is a much longer bullet profile than any of these. Whoa. Yeah. So these are quite different shapes and configurations of projectiles. And will they all shoot in the same 6-inch group? Well, that's exactly what we're going to find out. We're not going to change the powder charge. We're going to use 90 grains of powder throughout. And incidentally, this is the neat little breech disassembly tool that comes with the Woodman Arms Patriot. It is quite different from any other that is used in the industry. So if you get some of these, don't lose them. Okay? And this is a ramrod extension. So we're going to be using this supplied nylon ramrod, actually is also our range rod. So this is the outfit we're actually going to take out in the range and use. Another accessory item are these speed loaders. Now, speed loaders have been around for, more than 40 years, I think, or nearly so. And what these allow you to do is to preload your loose powder charge and your bullets. And with this one, you also have a sort of built-in muzzle guide and ramrod. Yeah, you do. So this enables you to carry your powder charge, your short starter, and your bullet all in one unit and very, very quickly reload. Now, a lot of people have been shooting pelletized powders for so long, they've forgotten that these kind of things exist, and yeah, they do. So this allows you to load loose powder very, very rapidly indeed. In fact, faster than most people can load using pelletized powders. So this is what I'll actually be taking in the field with me, are loaded speed loaders with this powder and most likely this 295 grain bullet. So we're going to go out there in the range and get started. We now have everything in readiness. This is our Ayler shooting sled here. It completely encloses a gun. So the butt will rest here, the forend here. Importantly, the forend rests here rather than any part of the barrel. With these lightweight barrels, it is significant that the barrel be free floating. We're also going to attach our ramrod extension here, which just allows more force to be put on the ramrod during loading. Also a jag here for convenient wiping and cleaning. We have our powder measure, powder horn, load the powder in the measure. This blackhorn powder has a slight smell to it, and if you look closely, these are cylinders with a very thin hole in the middle. So that distinguishes this powder from all others that I'm familiar with. Okay. Pour down the bore. Seat with the fingers. Short starter. Now with ramrod. Okay. Now this is a Packer Pro. With some ramrods you actually put the end of the ramrod in here and push down, and this has a spring in it which gives you a uniform compression on your powder. To utilize this accessory, you would actually use it like this. So we're now ready to prime with our 209 primers and fire. With the red dot sight now firmly mounted on the gun, no, it's not going anywhere now. It took me 6 shots to get the 295 grain power belts back into the 10 ring of that 6-inch bull. Now that that has been accomplished, I'm going to go ahead and shoot the other bullets. And what we're going to start with is with the next weight up, which is with this Traditions hollow-based bullet. We're now going to load this hollow-based bullet. Some guns have a relieved muzzle on the inside, which eases loading. Now this one does not. So it may be difficult to get it started straight. It's going to be. I'm going to cheat a little bit. Load our powder, of course. This powder does not flow as good as some. I'm going to see if I can use this as a muzzle guide. and get this in straight. This crown is a little tight, and I can feel it when I load other things. So consequently, we will not be able to load that bullet. All right. The next in line is a Power Belt 223 grain bullet. We'll see if that one will load easier. I suspect it will, since it's just like the other Power Belts. Yeah, pushes down with the fingers nicely, except this one has a protected tip. So we're going to use this to attempt to seat it that way. Short starter down. All right. And that loads easily. Now we're going to sight it on a fresh target and see if we can shoot a group within 6 inches. Okay. Yep, that one's in the black. We're now ready to shoot with our Thompson center bullet, which is a 250 grain projectile. Voila. That one also hit in the black, nearly overprinting the shot we just fired. We're now loaded the Harvester Scorpion bullets, and these are the ones with the rib sabots for easier loading. Now this is a speed loader, and I already have pre-measured the powder charge just as I would in the field. So in using a speed loader, just pour your charge down the bore, put your bullet in the guide like this, put the guide over the muzzle. Now you have your short starter here, and you can go ahead and seat it down in. Well, it didn't really want to go that well. Okay. We'll do it the conventional way. All right. Okay. Now theoretically, these are supposed to seat easier, but quite frankly, I'm not finding it that way. All right. But we are shooting the first of our solid copper projectiles. Okay, that one's away. A little more felt recoil despite the light weight, I think because of the just long ogive of the bullet. And that one did 1,749 feet per second. So all these bullets are running 1,700 to 1,750 feet per second, which is a very uniform velocity. And one would think the bullets would strike about the same place. I've now reloaded again with the 295 grain bullet that we started with. And we're going to move the camera down there so you can see this last bullet strike and show you what the others did on that 6-inch target. Well, this was the last one. So all of them shot not only within a 6-inch group, but within a 3-inch group. Although somewhat displaced up here to the upper left corner of the target. But this I can adjust down with sight adjustments. So now, I believe we have a stable gun. I believe we have shot enough that everything is stabilized and that this is actually the real pattern of the gun. So now I have something I believe I can more firmly adjust with and move it down to the exact center of aim. I have completed my shooting with 5 projectiles here and the Patriot rifle. And what we found out was much what I suspected would happen. That at 50 yards with the same load, even though these are different bullets, some of which have remarkably different compositions and designs, like this long ogive solid copper bullet, basically printed to the same group at 50 yards with the center hole here, including the round that I had sighted in with, which was this one, the last shot fired. So what does that tell me about the gun? That tells me that this is a new gun. It's finally what we would call sort of settled in. And so now I can depend upon it to reproduce this group again. Now we did make a slight sight adjustment at the end, not shown on this target, but we actually adjusted it down a little bit to move the group to the center of the bull. Now this is with a red dot sight, which gives a very diffused sight picture. The red dot actually takes up this entire area of the target right here at 50 yards. So this is pretty good shooting, guys. But this is what a good gun will do. Now the gun functioned reliably. It performed well. It gave good results with the diversity of projectiles. And it showed that, yeah, if you run out of a particular brand of bullet and you're hunting this close range country like I am, yeah, you can grab any other bullet of about the same weight and come out with very similar results at close range. So you can salvage a hunt this way. So what I'm going to do now is to take this gun and clean it. I'm not going to dismount it from the barrel. I'm not going to take the fore-end off. I'm certainly not going to touch this sight again. And get it ready for hunting. So week after next, when muzzleloading season comes in, I have this rifle ready to go to shoot these bullets. And any of the rest that I care to use. They'll all work very, very well. And they'll kill my beasties very well out there at 50 yards. So we got that one done. But now, this is Hovey Smith, reminding you to hunt what you eat and eat what you hunt. Be legal, be ethical, be safe. Goodbye, God bless, and see you next time.
For information on Woodman's Arms, you can go to www.woodmansarms.com. Now, this combination is ideal for older hunters who want a lightweight gun and sights that they can see. Now, I am the author not only of Extreme Muzzleloading, but other outdoor books, including Backyard Deer Hunting, as well as an e-book series on muzzleloading guns, including Muzzleloaders for Hunters, Shooting and Maintaining Your Muzzleloader, Hunting with Muzzleloading Shotguns and Smoothbore Muskets, and Hunting Big and Small Game with Muzzleloading Pistols. Now the load used was 90 grains of Blackhorn 209 and these various bullets. And here is some information about what I found out during testing. This is an excellent gun with a really outstanding barrel. For more information on my books, blogs, and more than 550 videos, go to my website, www.hoviesmith.com. Good hunting and good eating from the outdoors. Goodbye, and God bless.